No, you did it. No. You did 6. That's right. No. 6 second half.
You can't even get your heart rate up.
What's that from? Harold and Kumar?
No, it's not Harold and Kumar. It's something about Mary. I thought you could do that from the phone.
I could, but some idiot called me and knocked me out of...
God damn it. Damn idiots.
Those idiots.
Oh, them, those schmidiots. Those schmegaloids. And spectaculoids.
Hey, Google, stop playing music. Love that bitch.
God damn it.
God damn that Google. God damn.
Google, bring us some sandwiches.
She can't do that.
Amazing. We have some sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Just saw a documentary on sandwich. Not a documentary, but a piece of, Earl of Sandwich.
Right, okay.
And apparently Earl of Sandwich was this, I guess an earl. What's an earl? It's like a governor.
Something like that.
I would say, okay. So apparently this guy played poker, card games.
Mm-hmm.
And the servants would walk around with meat,
Okay.
And they'd come with a fork and hand you meat like ham and sliced meats. And he would, the fucking English with the fingers up but his hands would be all greasy but apparently the meat was served on a big plate of bread, like a big flat.
Oh, okay.
Like a tray, almost like a tray,
but of bread.
Yeah, and then you lay the meats on top of it because it absorbs the
juice,
and whatever else of it. So he told the butler, yeah, cut me a piece of that, bread and let me hold it in my hand.
Okay.
So I don't get the juices all over myself.
Hence the sandwich.
Hence the Earl of Sandwich.
One of the greatest. If that's the case, he got shafted because that's one of the greatest things ever invented.
Well, then, I just saw the fucking thing, and I said I will remember this guy's name because apparently the then person who, I'm so sorry. The then person that came and invented the actual slicer,
right,
that took this whole loaf and he gave these big long breads and shoved it through, and that was the invention of sliced bread. God damn. We're missing out calling.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the next great invention?
Don't know, but I will tell you the next greatest invention is Two Bros Podcast episode 51. Ah! Yes. Sorry, party people. We fucked up episode 50. I did, technologically. Had a few gadget issues, but you got the gist of it,
Yeah, you got listening to it in an echo chamber and just,
Just sound like we were in a vacuum.
Maybe we'll start transcribing. Ooh, maybe we can start transcribing and put it on Reddit.
Well, YouTube transcribes it for you.
Does it really?
Yes, if you click the CC button.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, well, shit.
It's amazing to see what they think we're saying.
Oh.
They're pan-fried chicken. No, I said sandwich. Go transcribe that.
I'd like to see what they said when I said like ranch dressing tastes like a truck stop hooker. If that actually says truck stop hooker.
Truck stop boop. Yeah, so thank you for joining us, party people. We are live, and of course we are filming. So you'll see the back of the camera, and you'll see our subscribe notes. But you probably won't see that when we upload it to the actual Two Bros page. So good morning, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. Man, this weather is weathery.
Weathery?
Yeah, dude, spent the week in California, which was amazing.
Right. Well, you brought the good weather back then.
I guess. It got a little brighter.
It's nice today. Today's beautiful.
Today is great. I went out, took out the garbage this morning and was like, oh, it's not so bad,
It's beautiful. That week, the week you were gone, it was Oof.
bomb cyclone? Was it?
Well, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. Just plain old cold.
I've heard.
Couple single digit days.
Yeah, and I heard some really bad things, like people getting frozen and
Yeah, like
Chicago,
especially in
dumpsters.
Chicago, there were like, I think some 15 people who, they had nowhere to go, so they're outside and they actually froze to death. It got down to like 60 below.
Oh,
I think wasn't there like a FedEx worker or a UPS worker like froze in their truck or something like that?
No.
Like
I didn't see this.
I think like their truck stalled and they were waiting for maintenance to come by, and because of the weather, it was just difficult to get there, and the guy ended up dying in the FedEx truck. I believe. I skimmed it. I skimmed it, so I didn't read the whole thing. So it could have been bullshit, but who knows? But still, that's it's sad when people
succumb to the elements.
Succumb to that. It's but hopefully it makes us a little bit more appreciative of when you can be inside. And be outside of the elements.
Jeez, that is horrible. One of the things I noticed at from New Year's, I think I mentioned this on the podcast after the New Year's, was similar to all the banks, and my friend who works at the bank, he said that they unlocked the ATM room,
right,
and bums are allowed to. Stay in there at least for God,
at least overnight.
At least for whatever.
Overnight, usually overnight.
Yeah,
usually like late night and to like when the sun comes up, and I guess when people start mulling about, then like the cops come in and tell them to move.
Yeah, well, like when the daytime starts, what I mean. When people start going to work, you still like, hey, get your shit together, and you got to go. But that's a small price to pay. You'd be an asshole if you're like, man, I want to use the fucking ATM and these bums are all in here, and at 4 a.m, you need to use the ATM,
right? And I know that like the concern with safety, but 9.9 times out of 10, they're really not trying to do anything.
Yeah, they're not trying to mug you. Yeah,
they're unfortunate. They would just they want to be warm for a couple hours and stuff, and so
I don't blame them.
Don't go to shelters, and there's no subway nearby, and
sometimes
sometimes they kick them out the subway.
I don't know. I mean, not a good place to be. I mean,
no,
definitely for sure. But it is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yay!
Yay! Are you? Well,
I'm not rooting for anybody.
No, you're not rooting for anybody.
I'm not rooting for anybody. I want to just see good football. I don't give a shit about anything else. I don't care who sings the national anthem. I don't give a fuck about Maroon. Apparently, everybody's mad at Maroon 5 for taking the gig, and they want Maroon 5 to kneel. In the beginning, and all that shit like that.
Kneel?
Yeah, I read an article where somebody said, they should be respectful to so and so's protest and kneel before their performance, and and then people are getting upset that they actually took the gig. How could you take the gig from the NFL? That's this kind of. I don't care about any of that shit.
Banter.
It's all. If it's got nothing to do with football, I really don't care.
I would agree.
I honestly don't give a shit.
I would agree. It seems to be that they allegedly, yes, I heard the same thing, that everyone was supposed to do the press conference first.
Okay.
And then they said, we're not doing it.
The press conference?
Yeah. Okay. They said, you'll just see the show.
Okay.
Because all you guys want to talk about is the kneeling thing.
Yeah, you want to talk about the bullshit.
Right. You want to talk about the bullshit. And I guess Adam Levine was strictly saying, wait for the show.
Wait for the show, right?
Stop the bullshit. Like, what do you care? You guys enjoy this part of the show. Like, this is not fun for us. Like,
exactly. I don't see how you can get on. I'm not a big fan of halftime entertainment.
You don't like any of that stuff.
I don't care about any of that.
You like the game.
I just want to see the game.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. I just want to see the game. But it's a high profile gig.
Yeah.
There's like any other artist.
Sure.
High profile gig. The price is right. The exposure's good. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
100%. And a check.
And a check. And a big ass check.
A nice check, too.
They're going to get a nice check. They're going to bring other people on. Apparently, like, Maroon 5 has a song with Cardi B, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see Cardi B, who's another big name.
Yes.
That's going to get a lot of exposure and is going to bring a lot of attention.
Yes.
So all of those people who really don't give a shit about football, like, the Super Bowl is like just an event.
Right.
An event to do. Nobody cares about football. They just want to watch the event. They'll get entertained. While those who care about football go take a piss, go get beer, go see if there's any more food left. Is this game worth watching?
Is it worth watching?
Shit,
Okay. Okay. Subsequently, while you're talking, I'm just trying to share.
You go do your technical thing.
Doing
man.
my technical
You do your
thing.
technical thing, man.
But you know what? I really think that people, it has become such a circus,
Yeah.
and it has lost, I guess, the intensity of it. Becomes more than the game, itself.
Yeah.
And it's kind of corny, but it's. I guess if you looked at it from a business, from entertainment, it's kind of fun to rile up. It's kind of fun to get it up. Like
What's the thing? Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
regardless of what the publicity is.
I'm kind of down with that if you're looking at it entertainment wise. Like if that's your thing, if you're trying to be in the entertainment world, or you want to be a contributing entertainer,
numbers go up,
streams go up,
Twitter chatter, and all that shit. All that shit goes up. So so in that regard, it is good for business.
And I understand that our president even chimed in.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that he said. Huh?
What are you looking for? You looking for something?
I saw a bread tie right here.
Good old bread.
Guy who invented that. Yeah, I just want to get this a little bit.
Earl of Sandwich, Prince Bread Tie.
As father, I've created these ties.
We need to keep the bread secure.
Why don't you invent bread so I can use my ties?
It becomes like an infomercial where ever get your bread and it just falls out and see those. Introducing the bread tie.
The bread tie.
Well, so you said the president chimed in on.
I saw the president chime in on, just saying, like, how dare, like, kind of like this. I told you the NFL was fucking, a bad place, or I told you there was, this, they just kind of, he just piggybacked on the fact that it was like a crazy organization, and that he sued them, and
right.
I told you they should be more patriotic. This is something that American pastime has been known for, and I didn't read into what he said. I knew he had some comments or whatever else, but good to know he's watching.
Hey, look, we're never gonna get rid of him. So whether he's like stays president, gets kicked out, gets voted out, or whatever. You can count on that Twitter account saying something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So if he's
that'll be like forever.
That'd be interesting. So but I don't know. I don't follow him. So what does it say? What is it?
I don't know what he's.
Donald Trump is
I think the real Donald Trump or something like that, or the real Donald or whatever.
Oh my God, that's insane.
But that's going to be forever. It's
Yeah.
Gotta get used to him.
I mean, quite a character. Quite a he's been nothing but banter himself. I mean, opens the government and then potentially shuts it back down again. And
we got like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, you got 2 weeks to get
2 weeks to get your shit together.
It's like one paycheck. I mean, like, which is the utmost. And I think we've echoed this several times about the real people should get paid.
I think that should be off the table.
Right.
That should be off the table. Right. Let's make sure our air. I would love it that our air traffic controllers got paid.
Yeah.
TSA, although I think TSA is a bunch of bullshit anyway, but still, they deserve to get paid. That should be off the table. People in Congress, yes. If governments get shut down, yes, you don't get checks.
True that.
Nancy Pelosi, she can do without a couple checks.
Yeah.
Doesn't she's worth like $20 million anyway, so.
Is she?
Nancy Pelosi is rich.
Why'd you get some money? What'd you get that from?
I don't know. I think like she's I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know her story. I mean, she looks like one of those old bags, like
right.
One of those old Susan Lucci.
Like talk shit and have somebody get her fur coat.
Yeah, right. But speaking of air traffic, I'll look at that on my plane. Look at my window.
Your window was cracked?
Shot. It looked like a hole, like a.
This is like a bullet hole. Yeah.
Or some fucking bird flew in it. And this is not, by the way, the fucking milk can window. I don't know. Have you seen this thing going on?
Milk can window.
The milk. A gallon of milk.
Okay.
Somehow people have gone nuts showing a gallon of milk pointing through the sky and like, yep, about to take off, because it looks like I don't want to Google it, but I'll show you. You'll see it later.
It looks like a gallon of milk.
And no, it looks like that. It looks like the window I just showed you, And they keep showing this like, they show, oh, this is, he said, don't always think these are your friends saying they're taking a flight somewhere. It's a
Oh, so it's an illusion.
Yes.
It's an illusion. Okay. So you hold up a glass gallon of milk and you take a picture through it and
right, and at the sky, and it looks like that window.
Okay, I got you. No, I haven't seen that.
That's what the implication is.
People do that? Why the fuck would you go
That's So I only knew of this because I sent that picture, and somebody says, "Oh, here go Chad with this gallon of milk again." So I'm like, gallon of milk?
Gallon of milk? Well, I don't drink milk.
What's going on here? I was like, I didn't get it. Maybe I fucked it. I don't know what they're talking about. This new joke came out. And then I kept scrolling. And it says, when your friends say they're about to hop that flight, be back soon. Like Instagrammers or people that are posers, as they say.
Fakers.
Fake flight.
Fakers.
Fake flighters, yeah.
And that's how you can make it look like, oh, okay, I didn't know that.
But there's no pun in doing it because you can't prove it's you. It's not you standing in front. Like Little Bow Wow was caught taking a picture in front of a private jet. And he was like,
security shoot him off. What are you doing here?
No. So the photo was and it was like an event that was going on. I don't know if it was something, not the World Series or some game or something.
Okay.
And he was like about to take the PJ to so-and-so, see y'all there, and then I'm heading back to Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. And someone on Twitter then posted him on the flight, was like, Bow Wow's here with me on Delta on a commercial flight. Some PJ. And he was asleep, like then it was like, no, that wasn't me. The picture was not from that time, it was from before. I was just stating that, and it was like, no, you said about to take a private jet to the game.
Phony ass niggas. You got to be careful, man. Some of them
fan. PHAN. You're a fan.
You gotta be careful, man.
Ass Negro.
You gotta be careful. Maybe that actor in Chicago. Maybe he took those pictures through a milk gallon of milk. The guy that got beat up, but nobody can find out. Nobody finds anybody.
Oh, you mean what do you mean they can't find anybody?
Well, so the guy, he claimed that he got beat up outside of a Subway restaurant, outside of Subway, like 2:00 in the morning in Chicago.
Yeah.
And stuff, right?
You're not saying Subway's the sandwich place?
Yes, the sandwich place.
Okay.
Which is another question. Like, why the fuck are you getting a Subway at 2:00 in the morning? And, you got, but
okay. All right, neither there nor there. No.
So anyway, he claims that he got beat up and,
beat up and put a noose around him or something.
Apparently when he got home, he had a noose around his neck, and people were yelling, "This is MAGA country," and all that stuff like that. So, okay,
they maggoted him. He got
detectives looked at apparently over 100 hours of tape in the area because there's a bunch of tapes from that location, other locations, and they can't find shit.
Damn.
They said there's nothing there. They put out this picture of two people walking down the street. They said they're looking for these two dudes, but it's just two dudes walking. So it's not,
struggle. No.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, it
no
could
MAGA
be,
moment.
It could be Michelle Obama and Stedman just walking down the street.
I think Michelle Obama and Stedman.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna put it past them, And then apparently the police asked him for his phone.
Yeah.
Because the guy said he made a couple phone calls after the incident. Like he called his manager and he called somebody else.
Right.
So the police asked him for his phone so they can link up timelines and stuff like that. And the dude don't want to give up his phone. So it just lends itself to believe that this is starting to get some sketchy shit. Nobody want to look at your dick pics. Nobody want to look at your, whatever. But it's sketchy. It's starting to sound sketchy, and I hate to be like that because the guy apparently did suffer some injuries from something. And if this was the case, then Lord forbid people are getting away with a crime. But still, there's just a lot of sketchy shit involved, and you just wonder. You just like, are you trying to get? And just the whole they said MAGA. This is MAGA country, so it invokes this whole nobody likes MAGA hats.
That's not cool. I mean, that's not cool at all.
I would hate to think that this is a falsehood.
Yeah, I would agree. I would hate to see that. That's something that you go that far to
Right.
to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Which
why?
means, if that is the case, if it's a falsehood, which means he was involved in some sketchy shit, and he doesn't want anybody to know that he was involved in some sketchy shit.
Right.
Like he got in a fight with some tranny hooker who said $200, no, $100, and
But I mean, we already know he's gay. I mean, that's kind of like.
But I'm being facetious.
I am too.
Being silly.
I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. Like for a guy that's, out. He's already out. So it's not like you can like Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was in a car accident and apparently,
a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, apparently somebody was saying the guy he was with ran or.
Oh really?
He told him get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because
that was a serious accident he was in though.
Very.
He was like,
but apparently he was getting like piped off.
Serviced?
He was getting serviced, yeah. He told the guy, I think you need to leave.
Run!
Run!
Just go! I can't walk. Just go!
My legs is broken.
Just go! I'm telling you, just go! I'll catch up with you. I'll make it up to you. I'll pay your bills. Just go!
Oddly enough, you're doing that in a Teddy Pendergrass voice. And that's what happened to Teddy Pendergrass.
No, it didn't happen to Teddy Pendergrass.
He wasn't in a car accident?
He was in a car accident. Yeah, he was in a serious car accident. I don't know.
You got through. I mean, it crippled him.
Yes,
it crippled him. But there was some alleged sketchy
There was some
activity.
sketchy stuff going on there, too.
Yeah.
Huh? All right.
Don't drive with sluts.
Don't drive with hookers.
Don't drive with hookers, man. Not good for you.
No driving
Not
with
good
hookers.
at all. So, so no favors in the Super Bowl.
No favorites.
No
favorites. I
mean,
want to see good football.
I think this kid Goff is got a chance. I mean, it's nice to see a young guy, humble, come into his and witness it for yourself.
Yeah.
And see the birth of it, and then say, "Man, I was there. I was."
You wonder if you can see that, kind of like when Tom Brady hit his for the first time, where you saw this guy take command of the situation, and like the moment doesn't seem too big for him, and type stuff and whatnot. Yeah,
that's
so,
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's what I like about it. And I Tom Brady wasn't like a first round pick.
No, Tom Brady was
12th?
a last round
something
pick.
like that, right?
Nothing was spectacular about him. Physically, like, nothing. Nothing about him.
I watched Searching for Greatness, which was I saw it on a plane actually. Searching for Greatness, and it was about it had a couple guys, the top guys in it. Had Jerry Rice, had
that's another guy who wasn't highly considered.
Had
He came out of
Gretzky,
college.
Brady. Who else did it have? Oh, Pele. And it really speaks to the notion that the metrics that they want that these groups and organizations keep putting together are penny wise and pound foolish. Like they just don't serve anything other than metadata itself.
Right.
Because you can never get a Jerry Rice by number like. Oh, he ran a 4 because Jerry Rice said he
wasn't that fast, right?
He was fast.
Well, comparatively to
but
other,
he couldn't do drills fast. Like he couldn't unconsciously he could run the route. You know what I'm saying, and just be there where he's supposed to be. We couldn't catch the ball. Remember, he
was a little,
very
a little blah, 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 blah when he came out of college. Yes,
because he even said it. He says, "I was so amazed to catch it that I just, oh shit, I got it, fuck." And he just fumbled the ball all the time, which and thank God he said his coach really supported him and said, just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. This guy will get you the ball. San Francisco, right? Was that San Francisco?
San Francisco,
where he cut his teeth at. And who else? Gretzky. All these guys said the same thing. They said, "Look, I'm the most competitive," but they all said the same thing. In these famous words of any guy in sports always says, the game slows down for me. Like it's like the Matrix.
Yes.
It all turns like it's so slow for me. Like it's everything is just going do 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 do.
Yeah.
Like in slow motion.
Yeah.
Which is kind of very impressive. I mean,
it is. It's a quality. It's one of those qualities that you can't measure. And you also, and another thing you can't measure somebody's ticker. You can't measure somebody's heart and their determination.
Right.
There's a lot of talented dudes who, once they hit a wall, they crumble.
Yeah. Indeed. You always wonder, why? I guess the question is like why then? Damn, why am I fumbling with words? like the kids today always say, why go through all this exercise if you know the answer you want? Why do you go through the do the work? You know? Which is the exercise itself.
Okay.
Like most teachers will tell you, right? Most professors will say, it's not the answer, it's how you got
how you
to
derived at the how you
and,
arrived
and
at
so
the
they want to
answer.
see your critical thinking. They want to see how you're doing it. And so these metrics that these, I guess, institutions put together to run the 440, to do the lift 200 pounds, do this. I guess you just have to do it because you are an institution. I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I guess this. I guess it's the desire to measure something. Like,
yes,
you know, I
have
mean,
a stat for something,
right? Yeah, just to have a stat for something. Like he ran the 440 and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and he can bench press this much weight and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and I think guys on the guys who've played can tell you that that plays a part
Yeah.
in it, but.
It's not the end all.
They will tell you that there are other guys who are just much more intense, much more polished. They know their game better, and physically can't compete with some of these guys who can do all these things.
True.
Physically.
True. It's important because what you see is a lot of guys that well, that's how you find somebody, right? That's how you find the guy at the end of the bench.
Yeah,
and he becomes the hidden. You know,
wonder. There's a couple stories. A guy. I'm a big baseball fan. As you know, one of the guys on the Yankees who's been in the Yankees for a long time. His name is Brett Gardner. He was an outfielder. He played for Charleston, University of Charleston, I think. When he was in college. Got cut. Got cut from the team, but kept showing up to practice.
Really?
Yeah, and told the coach, say, you made a mistake, coach. You made a mistake. And just kept showing up and kept showing up. Finally got a shot to play.
Good for him.
And all of a sudden, you realize, wait a minute, maybe we did make a mistake. And now the guy's, he's been on the Yankees for, 13, 14 years now and stuff. So
wow.
Made a career for himself.
All right, so that's super impressive. That's what you want. You need more stories like that. I guess no one wants to hear about the B guy or the C guy. But that's like Michael Jordan's story. I mean,
yeah, he was cut too.
He was cut
from high school.
Cut from high school.
They recommended him going to an academy.
Yeah,
an armed services academy.
Huh.
That's
what happened to Ron. They told Ron go to Merchant Marine Academy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, coach was like, you got the goods, buddy. Come over here. It was like 2 recruits. That one and the Farmingdale coach was offered pizza and pussy. I think we talked about that last time. Send him over to me. We'll get him some pizza and pussy.
Woo!
And he'll be just fine. Put some meat on those bones. Damn.
I wonder Farmingdale, I don't know they had good pizza.
Right.
So I can't remember. I can't think of any good pizza places in Farmingdale.
He's been fired since then. The coach. So.
I hope so.
Yeah. Not. Yeah.
Who offered him pizza and pussy?
Yeah, in front of my wife. I think he said.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he said it. He said it at the game when Ron hit like some crazy shot, or it was after he hit that crazy shot, and then it was like, yeah, he'd be great for our system. We'll just get him some pizza and pussy. Go figure.
Some shit you just don't do.
Right.
You just I mean that might be your MO,
your style, or your.
But you just don't say it. Like the there's never a good time to put on blackface. Like the governor of Virginia.
Oh no!
Who apparently when he was in law school, he took some pictures in blackface next to a guy with a KKK hood. I guess as a prank or I guess as a joke or whatever. And you can call it youthful, bad choice of things to do, horrible thing to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's ever a time in which blackface is an appropriate thing to do unless you are portraying somebody as an actor in blackface.
Yeah, I mean, if
that's what it requires, But to just arbitrarily decide you're going to put on blackface and hey, let's take some pictures. That's kind of a bad idea. That's kind of a bad idea.
It's a bad choice.
That's bad judgment.
Have you ever seen Amos and Andy? I mean,
yes.
What a shuck and jive. I mean,
very much.
Whoa! I did not know it was that bad. I thought Amos and Andy was an American classic. I mean,
well,
I just saw it not too long ago, and
it's I mean, it's landmarkish in the fact that they gave that kind of platform to black performers and black actors. So
Were they black? Were they?
So they had.
Were they black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they had an opportunity to get to earn a paycheck doing what they do.
Okay.
But it showed a sense of buffoonery that, because it showed black people in high, black people were judges and senators and stuff, but they were all goofy.
Lazy. They always had this thing about being lazy.
Right, they were lazy or they were incompetent or something like that. Jeez. So sort of this whole notion of, you might get there, but you're really not qualified to do that stuff. So it's kind of like this double entendre thing that went around.
I saw it on Amazon, and I was shocked. I was not shocked in the quality of the like I said, the talking and the lines and all that other stuff, but just shocked of how much it and what it meant to American film. To have such a standing name. I guarantee if you said Amos and Andy to anybody, they'd go, "Oh yeah, I heard of that show," but they've never seen it.
They've never seen it. You've never seen it.
This is called the Mandela effect. No, you've heard of this?
No, what's
concept?
the Mandela effect? You think that because something's black, it's good?
No. The Mandela effect is a psychological. Damn, I'm fucking fumbling. Psychological
phenomenon.
Yes, which
thing?
It's been studied by psychologists around the world that has things that people believe for sure happened, but never happened. Okay, I got you. Like people will say, when you were a kid, did you, remember, riding a hot air balloon? And a lot of people will say, yeah, I think I did.
Like urban legends type thing.
Not so much in the fright part of urban legendy. They're not all weird things. There's simple things like, so they say Mandela. People believe when he was president, what they know of him. You know what I'm saying? But no one knows the years that he was locked up. And the years that he was locked up, people think that's when he was... Like, he was only a president for, 2 years.
Yeah.
Very short. You know what I'm saying? But people say he ruled the country. And
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just a quagmire, and there's a bunch of them that have,
So is it when you just don't understand the truth, or or falsehood that are attributed to something that you've just accepted to be true?
Correct. So... Like the movie, because the genie with Sinbad in it, right?
Okay.
Never happened.
The genie with Sinbad?
There's a movie that people believe that Sinbad played a genie in a movie. You know what I'm saying? So if you say that to somebody, they go, I think so. I remember something, he was some goofy movie. But it never happened. But people repeat these things over and over. That they keep thinking, and they go, well, he seems like he would play a genie.
I remember there was something about Oprah Winfrey about this, but she was doing her show, like she had like a famous fashion designer on her show, and he said something like, well, my clothes were never intended for black people,
right?
And then in the next segment, she had taken off her whatever, like Louis Vuitton or whatever it was, and changed her clothes. Because she didn't want to wear that outfit anymore.
Is that true?
No, it's not. It never happened.
Never happened.
But but like you said, it's repeated all the time.
Yes.
And then once it gets in the machine, remember when Oprah did that thing in this?
Right.
I didn't see it. I went to the bathroom, but when I came back, she was that. Yeah. Okay. So
which is sort of like the Simpsons predictions, right? Like they keep creating them, and then saying, "Oh, this was an episode," where they showed Trump in a chic and a guy at the summit, doing this pose. That didn't happen.
No,
that was created afterwards, and it was a prank. But people then recorded it and said, "Hey, this was wow." The Simpsons get it right all the time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, most of the things came afterwards, but they have such a lineage. 25, 30 years?
Yeah,
they've been on the air. So you go find episode 352,
right,
and prove it,
right.
So that's one of those weird things like that. Not to personify the Mandela effect for this long, but it is one of those weird, creepy things that just has a lot of
the
weird...
Mandela effect.
Yeah,
well, that would come into play with. Now I don't know why I thought about this, but the movie Glass.
Ah,
how they're at the end. I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil it for
Dun, 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 dun. It's been out a week.
who didn't see it. More than
2 weeks?
2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks.
2 weeks, 3
Came
weeks.
out the 15th
Okay.
that weekend, somewhere around there.
Wow. Are we really January?
2 weeks.
It's over.
This is February. January's done.
What?
This February.
Oh yeah, that's right. My wife's birthday's tomorrow.
But his
Tell me.
his desire at the end to make sure that that people know this, so that it doesn't fall into the realm of straight up mythology and
Right.
telling stories.
Right.
No, this thing actually happened.
Right.
These things actually happen.
Right.
So it's not up to people retelling them in comic
heard
books
the
and stuff
story
like
of-
that.
have you
Right.
heard
This
this-
guy Ben
Well, this is-
Steele and
This is
stuff
how
like that.
Split ended. Split ended with the Bruce Willis being at the diner.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? And he was like, "Have you heard of the story of this guy? I heard he was a beast. He could walk on walls and he could do all this other stuff." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I heard of him." And
No, that's not how Split ended.
there's not. Oh, he
No,
says no. I heard.
no,
He
it-
was talking about Elijah.
They were right. They were referencing when they said, "Hey, this reminds me of that other time that guy
Right.
who did that thing," and they gave him a funny name too. What was it? And then it shows Bruce Willis. His name was Mr.
Mr.
Glass.
Glass. Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you like the movie?
Glass?
Yes.
No.
No, didn't like
No.
it. Okay.
I did not like it. Only because, okay, it was too much standing still for me. Like certain
Okay.
things took like a long time to happen, and just move that, just
Okay.
like a chess game. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And it was very slow, but the build up was like, okay, I get it. I did like the little unfolding of that he put the cameras and he outsmarted them or whatever else. But like I said, just push you out the chair. Oh God damn!
Right.
Kick me out my chair, God damn it!
I think I liked it more than you did then, because one of the things that
Well, first of all, not to take. I like all M. Night Shyamalan movies. I enjoy all his movies. I enjoy his style.
you like The Village.
I like The Village.
Did you?
Yes.
Village pissed me off.
That which we don't speak of.
The Village pissed me off because what pissed me off about The Village is that you motherfuckers are about as far away from the shit as we are to the goddamn
highway.
Right. And so, what? Never heard of truck? Never heard of
Nothing.
Nothing?
Freeway was right there.
Nothing?
Yeah.
So
planes
that's-
flew
right,
over.
planes didn't fly over. Nothing. And so, so that's what pissed me off about The Village. That you were like this close.
Right.
But nothing.
Right.
So that's what ticked me off about The Village.
Right.
But no, I all of his other movies I enjoyed. A lot of people did. A lot of people had a problem with Signs. I loved that movie
was
Signs.
awesome. With Mel Gibson?
Yes, with Mel
Sweet.
Gibson and Joaquin
Sweet.
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix is going to play the Joker.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Joaquin
interesting.
Phoenix
The
is-
Joker is ruined. The Joker. I think that character of the Joker is ruined. I think Heath Ledger.
Or does it ruin everyone else?
Well,
It didn't fuck with Jack. Jack's still around.
no, Jack's still around.
Yeah.
But I think that character is it's going to be one of those things where you almost can't do that character the same.
Yeah.
It has to be a totally different thing than what Heath Ledger did. I think Heath Ledger's Joker, in my opinion, is a legendary interpretation
Oh,
of a
badass.
character. And I don't think you can go there again. You have to somehow reinvent that character again.
Was the Heath Ledger one? Was he when? Who played him in? The one with Will Smith.
That was
was that also Heath
Jared
Ledger?
Leto.
Jared Leto.
And he wasn't even hardly in the damn movie.
I know, but
They cut a lot of that shit out.
But that was I thought he did pretty good.
That was
I thought his version of the Joker was
that
decent.
that movie was goofy because apparently
Suicide Squad. Sorry.
Suicide Squad, yes,
Yes.
because that got jacked up and
Well, they just tried to get a bunch of characters in and get
yeah, and
Harley
it
Quinn
seemed
in there,
like there were
Croc.
guys who just like weren't a part of it, and like the Joker was hardly in the movie. I think he was in there like maybe 1, maybe 2 scenes.
Well, you had to bust out Harley Quinn. I mean, that was his girlfriend.
Yeah, but they made it about him. Like he was in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even a principal portion of the movie.
Yeah. Yes, it was. No? Yes. I thought it was. I thought it was like the fucking...
Maybe...
The whole movie surrounded around him because where'd these things come from? Where'd this entity...
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't like the movie, so I didn't... I can't remember.
I got you.
It was kind of goofy, and I like Will Smith's character. Will Smith's character was okay.
Cyborg, no? He played...
some guy who was like... He was
Kill shot.
Pew!
Kill shot.
See, we can't even get this shit right. Anyway, M. Night Shyamalan movies are pretty good. So you like M. Night Shyamalan movies, but you weren't crazy about this one. But you do like all M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Maybe I'm just saying it with not a lot of merit. I mean, it's just I enjoy his movies because, well, I can put it this way, like The Sixth Sense, right? You're looking for that moment. You're looking for that.
Right.
Oh shit!
Right, because that got everybody,
which was amazing.
Right.
And I don't think anyone can top that.
Nobody
with that
did.
Kind of.
Apparently, Bruce Willis did an interview when he said he was reading the script.
Yeah.
And he said when he turned the page to that part where he realized it, he said he dropped the script. He's like, "Fuck." He got him too, and he was reading it. He was in on it. So no, that Sixth Sense was.
I mean,
was
come
great.
on, man. That was. I mean, that's classic.
And the thing about movies like that, movies that give that, to, like a lot of movies do that. A lot of movies give you like this surprise ending and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them do it by not giving you information.
Right.
And so at the end, they let you in on the truth, and then they let you in on this bunch of information that they held from you.
Right.
The Sixth Sense, and there was another movie. It was a movie about magicians.
Great tell. Illusionist.
No. Illusionist was the bad one. The
not the one with Nikolai Tesla in it. No, with and Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't remember the name of the movie. But it was one of the Chris Nolan movies. Prestige.
Prestige.
Yes.
I knew it was Prelude.
Prestige.
The Prestige. Yes.
What I liked about those is that it didn't hide anything from you.
Right. You saw everything.
You saw everything.
But you didn't get.
But you didn't. You weren't able to put it together. And at the end, when you realized what the through line was,
oh shit!
You realized that you've seen this shit the whole time. Like in the Prestige, they tell you what the damn. They tell you what it is.
That was a good movie. I got to see that again.
Yeah, they tell you exactly what happened.
I remember it very well, but
you don't believe it. You don't believe it. You go through the shit, and then at the end, it's like, oh, this fucker told us the whole damn thing.
It wasn't lying.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't lying.
And the same thing about the Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense. I mean, they didn't lie to you, but they didn't keep anything from you.
Oh man.
You know.
We said see dead people. I see dead people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know. What the fuck?
Right.
I mean, you can watch that movie anytime. I will watch that movie anytime. I'll watch that anytime. I'll watch Inception is another one I really enjoy.
Inception's a great one.
I love that.
I love watching that movie it's one of those movies that you watch and then like you always tend to pick something up.
Yes.
That you didn't see before. And have you seen Memento?
Of course.
Memento, I think
you actually told me about that movie, and
I think it's one of my favorite movies. It's
when he memory lapse, right?
He's got a short-term memory.
He's got to write notes all over himself.
When you watch that movie back again and again,
yeah.
You start to ask yourself, well, wait a minute. How did he know this?
How did he know this? Right.
And how did she know that?
Right.
If he didn't, then how did... It begs the question, well, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here?
It's a little spindry.
Right.
It's a little spindry. I saw quite a few movies recently. Beautiful Boy.
I met that author.
A sleeper. I mean, a very sleepy. I chose to watch it just because I was like, because Steve Carell, yeah.
Steve Carell does good work.
Yeah, and I like seeing him not physically goofy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want him to be the next Jerry Lee Lewis. I don't want him to be the Steve Martin, bang your toe. Oh, it hurt. You know, I hate that kind of comedy because it's not funny. You know what I mean? It's just
especially if you do it over and over and over.
Yeah,
and over
yeah.
again,
You step on the rake and hit your face. You know that kind of stupid shit.
By the way, just not to cut you off, Steve Martin's version of the Pink Panther, was the shittiest thing ever fucking invented.
Hamburger.
I think Steve Martin is a comedic genius.
Sure.
Should have left that fucking thing alone.
Yes.
Please continue with Beautiful Boy.
Beautiful Boy. So Beautiful Boy takes on a topic of the opioids.
Substance abuse, right?
Substance abuse. And you watch a perfectly normal kid go out of control, like it was right in front of you, and it's slow cook. It's very slow. It doesn't have the, there's no drama. There's no one thing that does it. And it takes a father who's, obviously the divorce between his mother and father. If you went and looked at it that way, you would go, that's what it was, because
that was the trigger.
Yeah, because he was separated. He was like, I want to be with you, mom, but I love dad. And now dad's got a new mom, and I like her, but she's not my mom. And I suck at this. I'm no good at school, and let's get high, and
right.
Whatever else, and friends and stuff like that, and you make the wrong decision. You could be with the wrong crowd, and the next thing you know, you puffing fucking crack. You know, and it was a good look at it from a family perspective, to the point where he this guy quit his quit his job,
quit his job,
trying
did
to find
everything,
out where's my son, my son, can't. And his new wife basically saying, hey, you got a family over here. You know what I'm saying? And so
that's tough.
That was the tough part for me, because she really expected him to
abandon that.
Yes, and she said, you can't help him. Okay? This is the family you can help. And he was like, it's a piece of me out in the street running around, and I you can't ask me to do this. That should not be a question. That should be, I'll be here when you get back. I hope call me when you get there. Don't. So I was very emotional about that portion of it, because it seemed to be such a oath of that relationship with his new wife, to and I don't know what that is. You're experiencing that now, but very tough to put in that, and compact in that moment, and then watch this kid spiral out of control. But you got your family here, and he's like sitting there shaking his leg, like I met
the author. The author, he came to the UN. He was doing a book signing. So I met him, and I talked with him for a little bit. I was hoping to get a picture and stuff, but that didn't happen. But he said that was the hardest part to see again.
Yeah.
That
moment,
that conflict where your new family is in juxtaposition to what like you said, this is a piece of me. This is a part of me. And I if I abandon that, I'm abandoning in a sense myself.
Sure.
But do I do that to the detriment of this new family that I'm just as committed to?
Right.
And there almost is no, from a guy who's going through it myself, there almost is no right answer.
Right.
I think you can do better.
Tough.
There are times when, me as getting a little personal, there are times when, I feel like sometimes maybe I'm paying too much attention to my new family and not paying attention to my other family. But at the same time, there needs to be a reciprocation, and are you getting a reciprocation and all that?
Right.
You go through all these things in your head, and no answer is ever a good answer.
This movie deals with it very, very strategically, and it kind of ends not. So here's the thing: I found myself in a very dark place, because I actually, I don't know, spoil it. Well, it's been out for a while. It's
been out for a while, yeah.
I wanted the kid to die. I wanted him to die from this, to learn the ultimate lesson. Well, I expected him to die. So put it that way. I'm not saying I wanted him fucking die, kid.
Right.
No, but I expected him to die and pay the ultimate price, or have complete turnaround, and they left it like, okay, he escaped this one. Even when he called him, and the father actually turned over and said, I can't help you anymore, son. You're just going to do it again. You're just going to go back to it. How much do I have to, lose my job, my wife, my family for you? And every time I do it for you, you don't give a shit about the sacrifice I made for you.
Right.
You think it's expected of me because I'm your dad.
That's tough.
That's fucking tough. And that, in that vein, that made that a great movie to me, because it showed, how it dipped. It tried to go around it. It tried to, and even the mother, she chased him down one day. Was like, and she stopped dead in her tracks. She saw he busted in the house, and they saw him leave through the back door, and he ran. She jumped in a minivan and chased him, and just started tearing up and crying, and then stepped on the pedal, and was like, the brake, and was like, what am I chasing this guy for? And then just let him go. And the father, it's a great movie. I mean, it shows a great side of
So
Steve
I wanted to
Carell.
see that.
It's pretty cool.
Something I missed.
It is.
Those are great stories, and it's, you know, it begs the question, like, what do you do to help somebody?
Yeah.
How much of yourself are you willing to give to help somebody?
Right.
One of the things they teach you, and if you are a lifeguard, when they teach you is when you approach somebody who's drowning.
Yeah.
How do you approach them? You actually approach them by combating them, like keeping them away from you.
Really?
You know, because
wait. What do you mean? Are you?
if somebody's drowning,
Are you saying physically? Oh, lifeguard.
somebody like a lifeguard approach somebody
In
who's
the
drowning.
water.
They teach you to approach them kind of like, you know, approach you like this, and get this understanding that, look, I'm here to help you, but I'm not dying for you.
Right.
So
Right.
you need to accept what I'm giving you as help, or you're gonna die. But I'm not dying with you. I'm not coming in there and grabbing you, and then you just keep doing your thing, and then we both drown. So no, I'm coming at you close. I'm coming at you a little bit of distance.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can help you.
Is there that much time?
If I can't, well, I mean, of course,
guess the
this
game
happens.
slows down for
Of
you
course,
at that point.
It happens in a matter of moments and whatnot, you know.
true.
But if you're gonna fight me,
Right.
you're gonna die.
gonna
I'm
die.
not gonna die for you.
For you. I
You know?
agree.
Ain't but so many times I'm gonna rescue you from your damn boyfriend's pit bull
Yes.
till I get bit my damn self.
Well, we had a moment where on our honeymoon, was it our
How
honeymoon?
the fuck where I get this pit bull shit?
I don't
from?
know.
Okay, never mind.
On our honeymoon, we were, I think we were in Aruba, and we rode a banana boat, I think, with the big tube, and everybody gets on it, and this thing just kind of like, boom, and pulls around, and it whips around corners, and sure enough, that fucker, boom, 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 choo, 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 we all flew. Ah! And my wife, of course, panics, and I said, if you keep strangling me, we're both going
We're
down.
both gonna die.
So all you have to do is just chill the fuck out. But help me do what? Drown you? Help? I mean, there's no way I can help you scratching and clawing. And she scratched the shit out of me and pull this, grab and hold it. Oh, see, I didn't want to get on the thing in the first place. I was like, just calm down. The best thing about water, for all the people that are afraid of water and afraid of the ocean, I mean, it is the most natural. It is the most natural thing you could be in water.
In water?
Yeah. It is just. I mean, you just relax.
If you can relax.
If you can relax, if you could just fucking calm down and ground yourself to the planet.
Especially if you're in salt water.
In salt, listen, I've never been stranded like that, but I can go about a good hour, I think I can, you know what I'm saying? I can just backstroke my way, just float and then just keep pushing myself.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm like out there and I'm playing around and oh shit, I can't feel the fucking floor, it just lean back and I just, but then it floats you out, boy. The ocean will swallow you up.
It will. It'll do its own thing. T got caught up in a rip current one time, and she had to get rescued.
Had to get rescued.
Yes, it was scary. We're out there, we're on the beach, we're swimming, and all of a sudden I pick up and I don't see my wife, and I'm like, holy shit! And I see some dudes running from the side, jumping in to get her. I'm like, holy!
I'm not laughing.
Fuck.
I'm not laughing at the trauma. I'm laughing at the. Wait, is that whistle for me?
Exactly. Who's that for?
I've gotten that a couple of times. Hey, you! Fuck out of here! Get over here! I'm like, fuck you! We had our the beach party day in July, and it was so big this year, the past year, and it's probably gonna be bigger next year. It was just fantastic. But a couple of guys that one of my friends from Texas or whatever else, he was out here and he just happened to be here this week, and he was like, yo, you guys just keep doing amazing events. This is fantastic. This is great. But he's one of those very loud voices, and he pushes it from like every word is like, yo, what's up, man? How's it going? hey, Chad, this is great, man. This is fantastic.
You any more of those burgers?
Yo, look at all these people. Everyone's so happy here. And people
It's like
they're afraid of this guy.
you're scaring people.
That's what I'm telling them. I'm like, yo, dude, you are really frightening people. Oh, that don't mean nothing by it, man. These people need to lighten up. Oh, who's that guy over there? Who's that? Yo, this dude is like, yo, you guys are great, man. You guys like
Throttle down.
what is that called? Boisterous.
Throttle down
very
just a little
boisterous.
bit.
Use your inside voice.
You know what though?
No.
But the time you need him to like
100%. 100%.
So that like you gotta pick and choose what you.
And guess what his name?
Huh?
Tyrone. He's got the perfect name for it too. Fucking Tyrone. Shout out to Tyrone.
Oh, the name made it.
The name made it, man.
Probably
I'm Tyrone.
crying loud.
Yeah.
Rah!
Yeah.
Rah! Oh, that's
He's
Tyrone.
He's just very loud. He's very boisterous, man. I mean, he's got it. I mean, I guess you're right. The day you
Is he
need
married?
him, he's getting married.
How did he
Actually,
propose to his wife?
I don't know.
Hey! I think I like you. I really, really, really want to spend the rest of my life with you. I got this ring.
He's like that, and he's very touchy, and he's strong. He's one of those guys that just don't know their strength. Like they will push you. Over. Yo, what's up, Chad? How you
Yeah,
doing,
exactly.
Man?
Yeah, meanwhile,
fucking back hurts.
You've killed 3 people today.
Yeah. Like
I bet you there's got to be something though that like eats him up. There's something that like probably hits a chord that like just like shrivels him up. Like
well, his
show him like a puppy or something like that, and
could be, but his cousin, Dre, that's Dre's cousin, and Dre somehow, no,
just like he's the
and he just pulls the air out of him, and he's just, I'm sorry, man,
that's the Frankenstein in his monster.
I just get excited. I just love you guys, man. You guys do so much awesome things, man. You guys are great with it. Tie. He goes like this. Take it down. Just take it down. Bend down.
Relax.
Just relax a little.
Do you have any
bit.
water? Drink some water. Drink some water.
So there probably is a pin you can pull out of this guy
Right.
to deflate him from his anxiety. But, he's one of those guys, man, that love to have him around. And he's one of those guys that hopefully if this shit goes down, he got to get
he's there.
Yeah, he's Tyrone again.
God damn it, where's Tyrone when you need him?
Tyrone when you need him. Great. It drives a fucking 18-wheeler like a fucking, like a sports car. Like,
Yeah.
back shit up. 15 gears shifting. And, oh, yeah, I drive big jump. Big right. Big. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
That's what he does with every drive.
Yeah, drives cross country. And he just, like I said, he just so happened to come east to west. And the week we had the party.
Old truckers, man. Breaker.
Yeah.
Breaker.
Speaking of party, is today Super Bowl, so just for the festivity of getting together, obviously I was up early this morning making some tuna.
You're making tuna?
I always do my little tuna dip.
Okay.
I'm not growing a tuna
No,
fish
I
and then making him.
You said making tuna, so I thought you were grilling tuna.
No, as in dip tuna,
Okay.
like for crackers. And Sheehan's coming over. She's baking some empanadas. She's frying some empanadas here. Live.
Flying them live.
Frying them live. She was like, I want to cook them right there so they're fresh. And I don't know, and I'm doing sliders. Who doesn't like sliders?
Everybody likes sliders.
Everybody likes sliders. Nice ground beef, seasoned very well. And of course, everyone's bringing stuff. So I almost put out in a tweet, no Popeyes, no thank you. Like, no fucking Popeyes chicken, man.
But Popeye's chicken is...
I know.
It's delicious.
I know it is, but at some point, you ever inhale and you go, oh, that's like Popeye's grease. Like you feel the grease on your lips, like balm.
I can feel it whenever when I come home, take the F train to Suffolk Boulevard, and you got to walk past that Popeyes.
Yes.
And I smell it the whole damn time on
Love
there.
that chicken from Popeyes.
All the way to the train station. That and when I'm coming into Manhattan, if I go down the street where Essa Bagel is,
What?
I smell bagels. There's a bagel shop called Essa Bagel.
No, I don't know this.
No?
Where?
Legendary. It's on 53rd and 2nd? 50th and 2nd?
Huh.
Somewhere around there. It's one of those places where, like, if you go at, like, 10 o'clock, well, just plan on waiting for, like, a half hour.
Really?
It's
Wow.
lines are out the door and stuff.
Bagels in L.A. suck.
I would assume so. No, despite it, because it ain't being Jewish, because you got
No.
enough Jews in L.A., so
Yeah.
it's got to be the water. It's got to be a
It's gotta be
combination of water.
Their
and-
pizza and their bagels are two fucking things that they can't do, right?
Yeah.
Their pizza sucks.
They swear that they do good pizza.
Oh, no. California Pizza Kitchen, by far, is their best
It's
contribution
their
to
best.
pizza. I started to make this a crusade. I was like, all right, maybe I will find. I said, maybe the next trip I'll do it. I got to go back in a week, so another week after. 18th, President's Week, whatever that is.
Okay, President's Day, 18th.
President's Day. I got to be back there. So I challenge any California pizzas, take the Pepsi challenge.
See what you got.
See what you got, man. If you guys
See what you
think you
got.
got the
Did you go to
goods.
In-N-Out?
I did go to In-N-Out, of course.
man.
Actually had it for breakfast.
Are they open that early?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, that's
I
good.
had it on the way coming to the airport. Had the double-O, the double-double. Oddly enough, the young lady, I was recording it, and she was like, no, not me, please. Yes, we're on, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back. He's black.
We took a commercial break.
We did. We took a commercial break, and we didn't even pee. Brown. Hey, who gives a shit? Anyway, I don't know. Where'd we leave off with?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But
Empanadas. Live empanadas.
live empanadas. That's going down.
Live empanadas.
Yeah, so I'm into the fanfare of the game.
Yeah.
Not so much the game itself. Like I'm not a big football fan.
Yeah.
I like these big games and whatever else, and maybe get some crazy plays and some woo.
What you think? You're a Knicks fan. What you think about this trade?
I love Michael Rappaport's version of how he's been calling out the trade. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay. So Michael Rappaport, he's been blogging about this and had been talking about it on Instagram and Twitter and all this. And his version is, Mark Cuban came into the Garden long dick style and said, I want KP. And throw in a few other pieces in here. I'll give you a couple of guys, but I want that kid. And, yes, I am a Knicks fan. And we're so fickle, finny, like, it's like, well, fuck you then. You don't want to be with us. We'll lose anyway, whatever. I actually liked the trade. I was always, for me, I enjoyed watching him when he played. But not watching him is just as bad. Like,
Right.
it's like, come on, man. You have this big 7-footer. He's agile. He is kind
Well,
of
he's already got jacked up knees, though, now, right?
Yeah, so this is now this
he might
injury
be
prone. Yeah.
damaged goods.
Now, Tehran will tell you, when we first got him, the way he played, he was very lanky, longy, but he wasn't Kevin Durant lanky,
Okay.
strong. So I was like, the kid's an ACL away from, ending his career. They was like, stop saying that. I said, it's not like I'm saying it and it's going to make it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, I could tell. You could see it. You could see how he stops. You could see he's a little, and so I guess it happened. I mean, it proved itself happened. But
Well, when was the last time? My question is, because I don't follow the Knicks that often, but when was the last time the Knicks were rock bottom? Because that seems to be what you need to do when you're willing to build.
burn it all down.
Like you can't like being in the middle sucks.
I think we're rock bottom now. I mean, a bunch of rookies.
No, but when was the last time we were like? It always seems that we got to this point, and then we ended up signing a free agent to get us to be a mediocre team, and mediocre sucks in the NBA.
Yeah,
you either have to be one of the guys at the top, or scraping the bottom of the barrel so that you get your top draft choices, so that you save some money. So that you could do some damage later. Being in the middle almost sucks. It's worse.
I believe you, but I wouldn't know that only because I'm not a fanatic fan. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy rooting for the home team, but I couldn't tell you the history. I can't tell you what years Bernard King played. I know the names and the players, but I'm not a fanatical historian on it. As some of my friends are. Some of my friends are very like, 62. They know the name, the stats, I'm like. I said, sounds like we need another Holtzman, another coach like him, because that's who won us the last one.
Coach, GM, and
you need kind of that stern.
You need an architect. You need an architect, and you need the guy. You need the alpha males up at the front.
Yeah,
leading the pack.
Yeah, I think Steve Mills and his assistant are just these two bougie black guys that are just happy to be sitting upstairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't see them being. I don't see them being, like really aggressively out there looking for players, making deals. Right. I think because I believe that Dolan has his own structure of how he does things.
How he wants to do things,
He wants to go play in his band and, fucking play his guitar. And sells out the Garden every time, so who gives a shit?
You know
what I'm saying?
That's another thing that's like a problem. Like, people are still going.
Yeah, well, it's like L.A. and here. the big cities are like, who gives a shit? I literally, that's what happens. They go, FedEx takes a whole thing, so Verizon takes a suite, and then they give tickets away to their members, and lawyers take their friends, and they go. You see people all the time like, oh, this is a great game. Who's playing?
Right, yeah. It's almost an afterthought.
Right,
it's almost an afterthought.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no indicator that, hey, we really suck. Why? Because nobody's here. No, everybody's here.
Everyone's here.
And it really doesn't matter.
Greatest station in the world. Greatest Mecca, the Mecca Arena. Turn the lights down for the losingest fucking team.
What is this thing I saw? Like LeBron James is hurt.
Yeah.
Right? And he didn't play. And I saw something. I saw this. I was just flipping channels, flipping on ESPN, and they were going over the highlights about the Laker game last night. LeBron James did not play, and it had next to it load management. Next to it.
I don't know what that means.
I have no idea what that means either. And maybe that was a mistake, but it said LeBron James did not play.
Yeah.
Parentheses. Load. Now that's where you usually see,
resting
hamstring,
players, right,
resting,
or resting players,
just, or family emergency or whatever. It said load management.
I don't know what the fuck that means. They made that up. Somebody made that up. That's weird. That's super weird. But I know he did not play. Who the fuck wants to play Golden State? Like who wants to play against those guys, man?
You should want to play.
I think
you're
not.
a professional athlete,
I know.
You should want to be
100%
on the floor, seeing how my metal,
yes, steel sharp as steel,
right? How my metal is against their metal.
I would agree with you 100%. And
apparently everybody was chanting they want Klay Thompson in the forum
for the Lakers.
Yeah, they say we want Thompson.
So I met his dad. And,
okay,
I met Michael Thompson, cool guy. Over weirdest conference, because the conference I was at was in LA Live, so it's right across the street from Staples Center and and ESPN. I met Mike Wilbon too.
Okay,
he's a funny looking guy. Like
funny looking,
top up. He looks great. Legs look like fucking Kermit the Frog. I was like, what is? I was like, wait,
where's the rest of you? Like, are you done? Not done,
dude? He literally. You remember when Kermit the Frog used to ride the motorcycle? The bicycle. Yeah. That's exactly what he looked like walking in. And I'm like, I know that guy, but I don't know that body.
Where's the rest of them?
Because I only see him from here, like a sportscaster. And man, I saw this guy, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, I feel like when you see somebody with a club foot or ailment or something, you kind of shy away from it. And you go, oh, I don't think I should talk to him. And everybody was like, oh, this is Mike Wilbon. And I was like, wow, I met two Mikes in a day. Mike Thompson and Mike Wilbon. Wow, what the hell's going on here? And Mike, my friend that was with me, he was like, oh wait, you're gonna meet Mike Thompson. He needs some CBD oils. Like he pulls out like pills, CBD pills,
CBD
cannabis oil pills, out of his hand, like. Like they were in his pocket with lint and with other shit, with gum and like this, and here, take these. And Mike's like, yeah, all right, tucks them in his pocket, and he's like, cool, man, thanks a lot, man, whatever else. And I was like, that was fucking weird. and mind you, this was an investment conference, hotel, obviously for ownership, real estate, and investment. You know that most of these motherfuckers are all brokering CBDs. They're all brokering cannabis like you have not seen before.
It's probably the biggest. It's probably within the next year. It's probably going to be the most money is probably going to be invested in forms of cannabis.
Listen, these real estate firm guys. I mean, these are brick and mortar guys, but they're all talking about this shit like, who doesn't do it? Like, and I'm like, okay, I'm behind the. I didn't know. Tons of investment in this world of CBDs and oils and all this other stuff. I mean, they're going to flood. I mean, these guys were talking about 50 containers of product coming in and then not even touching. Like they never touch the product. They touch the note. They buy it, acquire it, trade it. It goes to this guy. This guy. They said we never even see the product. It's we're at the high level bringing it in.
Right.
Through Indonesia, through several countries.
Right. I spent 50. I sold it for 100.
Buy low, sell high. So if you're hearing about this now, and by the time like Ernie says in episode 14, when the guys in the taxi cab start talking about it, it's too late.
It's too late. Did you get high when you were in LA?
I did very much so.
Did you go to a dispensary, or they get it for you? Or
no, buddy had it and just smoked a lot.
Now what are the laws regarding smoking, like outside or?
Okay, I don't know this, but I was with someone who lives there, and I'll give you the perfect example, and I'll play it out to how it happened. I'm smoking, side by side, pull up, blip, blip. Police car comes up. I shrill.
Right. That's right. You're from New York.
Tighten up the butthole. Oh shit! Let me just stand still. Just oh, maybe he's not looking at me. And I'm like, and he goes, "You guys can't park here until 4. You're a little early, but you go up to there. That starts at noon. From here, you can park over there."
Okay.
All right, thank you, man.
Ooh.
Never seen this before in my life. I'm like, we're smoking weed, dude. He was like, they don't give a shit. They got bigger things to worry about.
Now to me that's an issue. Because regardless of your opinion of weed,
Right.
I think weed should be legal.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. It's still an impairing thing. And so I don't know if I want people driving high.
I don't think you're allowed to do this. I swear to you, what we were doing was illegal. I'm more than positive.
But they just didn't give a shit.
They just didn't give a shit. Or he was a parking cop, and I didn't know the difference between a black and white. You know,
he can only say, "Hey,
maybe
this is parking shit."
Again, I don't know,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna make any assumptions here. I can only assume. Although every high went out of me, and I said I got to smoke again because. This thing.
Well, now that ruined my high.
Yeah, it ruined my high. But I did smoke some really good quality weed. It was really impressive. I was
taking the edibles.
No, that I did not do. I had that in Canada and freaked me out a little bit. My wife had some edibles, I think, at one point in her career. Freaks you out because I guess the ingestion part of it, like you just.
It's in like your whole body, and so it's weird. We used to do some we used to take some weed. I don't know if I should be saying this because I'm in New York. We'd take some and put them in food.
Yeah,
like put them in crush them up and then put them in food, and then eat it. And then it was just this like your foot's high.
Yeah, like weed brownies.
Like your foot's high, your neck is high, and. It's more than just like your brain fucking with shit. Like your whole body doesn't know what to do. Like your thumb is.
Well, I gotta tell you that like being, I guess high is it just sounds such like a stoner. But the problem is you think everyone knows, like you're like, nope, going that way.
Paranoia.
Right. There's a certain, it's like the euphoria, as they say. Like, when you come out of a karate movie, you
think you know all that shit.
Or if you ever left a strip club, right? And you see,
some regular
I
old
want
woman.
fries with that, baby. You go to McDonald's and you're like, of course I want fries. Make it rain, baby. You still think you're in a strip club.
I got sweet and sour sauce. I got some sweet and sour sauce.
Oh, yeah, I got some sweet and sour sauce, baby. No, you tend to think that everyone's still
like
working.
That.
Yes.
Everything's like that.
Well, Coach Phil is here. I'm not going to answer him at this moment because we're recording, but I will get back to you very shortly. I'm sure he's asking for directions. Because now that we're in a secret caverns. You ever been to a cave? You ever been to
a cave?
Yeah, like a touristy cave, like like Howe Caverns, secret caverns, upstate New York.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
Really fun.
They are fun. You just can't get that thing out of your head though. That if this collapses. I don't want to be one of those
sandwiches.
I don't want to be one of those
stalactites
stories. Of like, this thing collapsed. There are 30 people in there, and they're trying to like dig them out.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want that. But like always, you see like and this mouse was burrowing through this place, and he was kept intact as long as he's been here. Those are weird. But I've been to Howe Caverns, and I took the kids. It was part of my first year fun life. The family used to take us to Howe Caverns. And when we were heading up that way, I said, "We gotta go. I gotta take these kids." Right. I took Ron and Nish, and Nish was just a baby, but really fun. And the same exact feeling I had back then was now. Like, a waterfall in a cave? I mean, are you not amazed by this nature? Like, nature is so
damn
wonderful.
Nature, you scary.
Yeah, it is. But wait, what just happened?
How caverns? Something just happened.
It said a live feed is interrupted.
Oh,
yeah. But enough.
Maybe the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi. So no matter who wins, I'm kind of going for the Rams. I think it's great for them. I did not see in LA though a barrage of people like Rams. They weren't like jacked up.
You know, it seems like in well, I don't know. It just
I was in a big. I mean, I was downtown.
LA, you got shit to do.
Yeah, I was. It was kind of like being in New York a little bit. I was downtown LA. I went to the outer boroughs. I was heading to Long Beach. I mean, I went to Torrance. I mean, and I was trying to get to the Pulp Fiction diner. The
I know what you're talking about.
It's down in Torrance. It's on Hardwick, whatever. I was trying to get there, or Jackrabbit Slims.
Okay,
either one. They have a whole Pulp Fiction tour.
Do they really?
Yeah, you go, and they take you to all the sites. This is where we shot, and this is where Marvin was. Now Marvin was supposed to have more lines than he said. And, they tell you this whole thing. It's really fun. I mean, I didn't do it, but I said it seems pretty
right.
Good. Yeah. So I think we'll get out of here, man.
All right.
Go Rams.
Sounds good to me. Go teams.
Go teams. Go football.
Go football.
Hope to see someone get their ass dragged across the court or on the floor. Atlanta. Oh, I love this post. I think I'll post this maybe at the end of this. A young lady posted something that said, she showed me a post on it. She says, to all my girls down in the ATL, every big nigga ain't a football player. That nigga's a chef at the Waffle House. So be careful who you rubbing up with in the club. Oh, I was dying.
Oh my god.
She said, just because you in the ATL, every big nigga you see in the club is not an NFL player.
He's not a player.
He very well could be.
Not a player, not the strength coach, nothing like that.
Nope. Oh.
He could just be the chef of the Waffle House. That's hilarious.
That was hilarious.
That should be credit enough, though. Waffle House is delicious.
I beg to differ.
No?
I'm not. I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm not a fan. I don't go. Ooh, I can't wait to get to Waffle House. That's not one of my things for me. Because I've had some bad ones.
I could do waffle. Oh, okay.
I've had some bad ones.
Okay.
I've had some. Yeah. What do you want? Yeah. And then eggs. You want eggs? You know, I was like, damn, you took this fucking Waffle House experience away from me.
You just fucked it up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't everything for me like that. All right, Two Bros Podcast, episode 51. Cinco uno. We out of here, party people. And remember, be a blessing to somebody else.
Go fuck them.